Barry Tompkins with Al Bernstein. We are back at Trump Castle here in Atlantic City. Time for the main event. Tracy Spann and Bryant Paden. This one will be over 12 rounds, and it is for the IBF, get this folks, Intercontinental Lightweight Championship, and it took me 9 seconds to say that. Let's look at him.
Tracy Spann is rated number 3 in the world by the IBF, and he's a lightweight in waiting. While he waits for a world title shot, he keeps winning impressively. He weathered an early cut to dismantle one-time contender Miguel Santana. By the second round, he did Santana in. His swarming style was too much for Elvis Perez. His patented body and head attack sent Perez to the canvas 3 times. And this is the kind of pressure that Bryant Paden will face tonight. But Paden is very durable. He's never been knocked out as a pro. And against former champ Razai Bramble, he had some good moments. But he would lose a close decision. In this draw with Rodney Moore a year ago, he showed the good combination punching that is his trademark. But Bryant always comes up just a bit short in the big fights. He's hoping to clear that hurdle tonight against Tracy Spann.
I don't know why it is, Al, but I have this image of a guy in short pants in the United States Patent Office saying, well, I've got this body and head attack.
He's going to patent it. For Paden, when I say play cat and mouse here, what I mean is land a little, move a little, try and keep things very confusing for Tracy Spann. Use the left jab, got to get that punch in there. That is very important for him. It's his main weapon. For Spann, set a quick pace early. Paden admits he's a slow starter. Fight at close quarters. Don't let Paden be at long range with him.
And here is Bryant Paden, who will be the first in the ring, as is usually the case. The challenger, and Bryant Paden must be considered the challenger, is made to stand and wait a little bit for the champion, who is just about to get into the ring. He is Tracy Spann. Actually, Tracy's kind of practicing to be a champion.
I called him a champion in waiting or something.
Yeah, he really is. He's a guy who many people really do feel, and we weren't saying this just to hype this fight, but a lot of people really feel this is the best guy in the division, and that includes the champions.
Yeah, he's right up there. I mean, there's no question about it. I don't want to wax too eloquently about him, but you know, powerful fighter who can give anybody trouble.
Yeah, even Paden said that, as a matter of fact. He said, if I can beat Tracy Spann, I'll have beaten the toughest guy in the division. I'd like to fight Rosario, but I think Spann is tougher.
That's saying a mouthful, but I don't think it has to be wrong.
Let's talk about the rules in the IBF, which we'll be seeing tonight.
It changes a bit from the New Jersey rules. There is no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8. Physician can still stop the fight at any time. 3 judges still score. 10-point must scoring system still in effect, and you cannot be saved by the bell at all.
This one will go 12 rounds. In the early rounds, you have an idea, could be a real key. Let's meet him with Michael Buffer. Michael?
Ladies and gentlemen, with the approval of the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, this bout is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. The officials assigned at ringside will remain the same, and representing the IBF is Marian Muhammad. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Top Rank and Budweiser present the featured bout of the evening from the Trump Castle Hotel Casino here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Let's get ready to rumble. 12 rounds for the vacant IBF Intercontinental Lightweight Championship. The referee for this bout is Joe Cortez. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks with red trim and weighs an even 134 pounds. He's originally from Plainfield, New Jersey. Now fighting out of Staten Island, New York. He's undefeated as a professional. 22-0, 17 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Slam Bam Spann. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks and weighing in also at an even 134 pounds, from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As a professional, he's 12-5-2, 3 KOs. Introducing Bryant Honey Boy Paden.
All right, gentlemen, early in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight and protect yourselves at all times. Any questions? All right, good luck to both of you. Shake hands.
And there's a look at Bryant Paden, and really a case of no tomorrow for Bryant Paden. He needs a win tonight, and he's chosen a pretty tough hombre to get it over.
And you know, as Johnny Pearsall, Tracy Spann's wonderful trainer, steps out of the ring, you know there will be fireworks early if Tracy Spann has his way.
He wants to press the fight. Says, I don't go in looking for a knockout, but if it's there, and it's been there. And as you can see, it's been there almost 8 out of 10.
Now, look at that statistic and tell me who's the slugger and who's the boxer in this match.
It is really important for Paden to get off quickly in this fight.
Yeah, he needs to set a certain pace. And when we say get off quickly, it's not even like he has to do wonderful things in the first few rounds. He just has to keep it under control, not be cornered in the ropes and let Tracy Spann get off with those, you know, wild combinations. I should say wild, great combinations.
Spann, very hard worker, just got married back in August. Wife Valerie is ringside tonight.
Tracy, a man who could just, oh, good left hand. See, that's where Paden doesn't want to be, against those ropes.
Paden, even in our conversations this morning, has a healthy respect for Tracy Spann.
Tracy going a little low, and Joe Cortez warning him. Really, when you get right down to it, I think Bryant Paden may have faced better competition than Tracy Spann. Former champion, Razai Bramble. Bernard Gray lost to in 10 last time out, a good fighter. Rodney Moore, Tunde Foster, he had a draw with him. He's been some pretty good people. Tim Burgess.
Good body work by Spann. Spann, to use Mike Tyson's phrase, throws punches with bad intention.
It gets great leverage on everything. Excellent body punch. Double right hook by Spann. That really is his best punch, best weapon.
Again to the body.
And giving him the kind of movement we anticipated here. But the jab of Paden has not been as active as he would like in this first round.
Good left hand by Spann. That hurt Paden. And another left hand, and that rocked Paden again. And Spann jumps on him this time, but he will get through the first round. But what a first round for Tracy Spann.
Tracy Spann stunned Paden with that left hand, and then later on would do it again. This one I'm not even sure landed on the head. Yeah, it did. Pushed Paden back. And look, the right hooks to the body and the head by Spann.
There's a number handed to us by the Punch Profile people that really is indicative of that first round.
Bryant Paden threw 9 jabs in round 1, and he can't possibly win this fight throwing that many jabs on him.
Took a left hand right out of the box to start round 2.
Get those arms back, get those arms back, come on.
Paden with the left hand.
Good hook and a good right, but Paden doesn't really, I don't think, want to exchange like this.
And look at these numbers. Wow. Even though Paden was more effective.
I'm surprised. Now, see, I'm surprised to see Spann only landing that many and Paden landing that many.
Yeah, I would have thought Spann was more effective in his punching too.
Because he was throwing those good body shots. Although he did miss a lot, but still, there's the hook.
You know, we were talking earlier about fighters who throw arm punches. Tracy Spann does not.
Now he throws good, solid. Those hooks are solid punches. Now Paden is picking up the pace a little bit in this round. He landed a real good jab a moment ago. There's the right hand behind the jab. Now Bryant Paden's starting to throw some combinations. And if there's a chink in Tracy Spann's armor, it would be that sometimes he forgets about defense in his zeal to land big shots.
Paden doing a very good job here in the second round.
Backing Spann up, and of course that's what you want to do against a power puncher like this. They mostly can't fight backing up.
I think that one thing Paden wants to keep in mind is, yes, throw punches, but you got to get that hand back or pay the price. And he took a right hand right there.
He doesn't want to be in this corner. Not the place to be against Tracy Spann.
Watch your head.
Better second round though for Paden. He's landing his own shots and doing a better job of slipping.
Not letting Spann just take that step in. There was a left hand by Spann. Just as I said that, he did step in. Pretty low with that shot. But that one was a very good one.
Spann is a murderous body puncher. He's trying to concentrate now on the body of Paden. Good left hand underneath. Double hook, but a good counter right by Paden. So Bryant Paden showing some cool under fire there.
Paden has countered well with the right hand in this round. Good example of what you were talking about with Spann sometimes forgetting a little about defense. He's dropping that left hand, and he took a right. And another right by Paden.
His hands, Tracy Spann's hands were very low, and Bryant Paden really taking advantage now. Wow.
End of the round, and an excellent round for Paden, and Spann is hurt.
Settle down. You're trying too hard to knock him out. You're loading up with everything. Just let him flow. You're trying to knock him out with one punch, and you're raising his chin up looking at him. And you're standing right in front of him. Don't load up. Just let your hands flow freely. All right? Don't load up. Let's put your punches together. Combination, the name of the game. All right? Take one. Let your mouth out.
Early in the round, Tracy Spann took this right hand by Paden. And then at the end, it was more of same. This time, though, the uppercut. Hands very low for Tracy Spann. Now, in between all that, Spann had a heck of a round himself.
Significantly, though, there is a little swelling under the right eye of Tracy Spann, on the cheekbone, actually. But it's pretty early in the fight for that sort of thing. Spann comes to the attack to start things. In Spann's corner, you heard him say, don't try to knock him out with every punch.
That last round, between the two fighters, they threw 208 punches and 73 landed. Big round.
Again, a counter right by Paden.
So there you see, even in a round in which Paden did well, Spann throwing and landing a lot. But remember, we pointed out Bryant Paden not known as a quick starter. Well, he's getting by here in these rounds. I mean, he's doing more than getting by. He stunned Spann a couple times.
And your card, and I think I know what it's going to be.
I gave Spann the first two rounds, but certainly Bryant Paden has to be encouraged by what he did toward the end of that last round.
Paden fighting a much more up-tempo fight than we've seen him fight the last couple of times we have seen him.
Yeah, it's not that he's not a capable fighter. He has shown us that in the past, but he gets caught in a kind of a lethargic pattern where he just doesn't throw enough.
Spann a moment ago with a counter-punching left hand. Spann again dropping his left. Just a little bit lazy with the left. And it leaves him there for the right hand just like that.
There it is. Good hook by Spann. When Tracy Spann is backed up, he's just not as effective.
Right hand by Paden again.
He has found a home for that right. This is the punch he didn't use against Rajai Bramble, didn't use enough against Rodney Moore. Now he's getting it there. Tracy Spann's pushing his punches.
Right hand by Paden again. Can't say it enough. Spann's left hand is very low.
But we know that Tracy Spann sometimes gets very careless defensively, but he is definitely doing it during this bout. And this is a very pivotal, important round for Bryant Paden. He's doing extremely well, and if he can get out of it with a win in this round, get some confidence, he can be tough.
Body shots of Spann, though, are still very effective.
Extremely so.
And again, a good one. Almost every time Spann hits him with a body shot, it stops Paden for just an instant. Again, a very up-tempo third round and another very difficult round to score. We'll be back.
Found a home for the right hand. This one right on the side of the jaw of Tracy Spann.
I mentioned the fact that this is an up-tempo fight. To give you an idea, Tracy Spann, through the first 3 rounds, averaging 120 punches a round.
Well, that's typical of him, but even for him, that's a high number. Look at that.
But credit Bryant Paden. Paden being very effective and not throwing any kind of lazy punches either.
No. I ended up giving that round to Paden.
Paden's fighting a very intelligent fight. He's picking his spots. If there's a difference in this fight so far, it might be the body work of Spann.
Yes, that's exactly it, and the sheer number of punches he's throwing.
Your card after 3 rounds shows a very close fight.
Spann winning 2 out of the 3 rounds. You can make a case for Spann getting all 3 rounds, but I thought Paden did better work in the last round.
Conversely, you can make a case for Paden winning the last 2.
That's true.
We talk about fights coming down to being conditioning fights. In this one, both fighters are in pretty good shape, I feel quite certain.
The only difference is that Paden has gone 10 rounds in his last 4 out of his last 5 fights, whereas Tracy Spann in his last 3 fights has not gone past 4. And he has never gone 10 rounds, Tracy Spann, in his career, never gone past 8.
And remember, this is scheduled for 12, not 10.
Yeah, a very good point. That's why you're here, to make these lucid, intelligent points.
Arithmetic is my long suit.
There you go, and not mine.
Good right hand by Paden again. And there's a right hand by Spann. Paden might be slugging with him a little too much.
Yeah, I agree with that, Barry. You can get carried away by doing well. Oh, good hook by Spann, yeah. Well, that's Tracy Spann at his best. Here's where Bryant Paden has to get some movement. Don't stand in there and wail away with it. Bad mistake by Bryant Paden. Bad mistake. They'll take a point away from Spann pretty soon for those low blows. They should.
And a right hand, and down goes Paden.
It's over.
What a right hand by Tracy Spann. A huge shot. Lightning.
Well, we said it earlier in the round. Bryant Paden got carried away. He slugged with Tracy Spann. You don't want to do that because he is one of the hardest hitters there is in the lightweight division.
And yet, isn't it amazing how many times we've seen that exact same thing happen?
I think the temptation is there because Paden all of a sudden realized, I can hit this guy. I can get to him. But the problem is you pay a terrible price. And the one punch you don't want to get hit with by Tracy Spann is the hook. If he's going to hit you with something, make it be the straight left hand.
First time Bryant Paden has ever been knocked out.
Well, and we will see what did it. It'll be the right hook here. Oh, what a perfect short right hook by Tracy Spann. That's the best punch Bryant Paden has ever been hit with, I assure you.
And I'm sure he would be the first to tell you that.
Yes, and he had a lot of respect for Spann coming in anyway.
Clean, and right on the button. Let's get the official announcement from Michael Buffer. Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Cortez calls a halt at 2 minutes, 35 seconds of the 4th round. The winner, and now holds the IBF Intercontinental Lightweight Championship, Tracy Spann.
Well, an emotional moment for that man. One punch, good night, and he's a title holder with sights on an even bigger title. Back to Trump Castle to talk with the winner after this. Bernstein is with Tracy Spann, and he's got to be a happy man right now.
Tracy Spann is happy indeed. Tracy, it wasn't easy. Bryant Paden, a very difficult man to fight until you finally got him with that right hook. He was nailing you with some right hands.
I can't take nothing away from him. He's a good fighter. You heard me I think in the second
Did he with
round,
the right hand?
With the right hand, yeah, he caught me good. I said, oh man, well, he can punch. Hey, he might just only have 3 knockouts, but he can punch stuff.
You left your left hand a little bit low, and they got on you in the corner for that.
Yeah. Well,
but you were aggressive.
Still, yeah. He was strong, very strong.
Yeah.
I had to move around, box him. You know?
Okay.
So it's good. I just want to say one thing. Hey, I'm happy with this belt, but I want a world title. They know who you are. You know, I'm a lightweight. I'm in the lightweight division. I'm rated number 3 right now by the IBF. I just want the opportunity to fight for a world title. Give me a chance. That's all I'm asking.
All right, well, you took one step closer tonight. Let's take a look, if we can, Tracy. First at some action before you knocked him out. A body shot, then a left hand. Take a look at it here. That one might have been a little low, but then the left hand right up.
Yeah, it hurt him.
That did hurt.
I went over with the left hand. You know?
And then
was good. I work on my defense better. He was fast. He was tricky. He was counting me. He was counting my jab a lot. You know, but I just try to do what I do best, that's all.
You were cranking up the right hooks, which is your best weapon, the right hook to the body and the head. Did you feel like it was a matter of time before you would get to him?
I love to throw right hook. And I keep on throwing right hook. I know gonna land. I may miss sometimes, but I know gonna land. Right there, he walked right into it. You know what I mean?
That was a short punch, too.
Short. Perfect punch.
All right, Johnny Pearsall, your trainer's here. And Johnny, you have got to be happy with most of what Tracy did. Obviously, you don't like him getting hit with those right hands in the corner, something you got to work on. But offensively, he's a machine.
Yes, he is, and he's getting better. And like I said to you before, he like to take the guys out with one punch, and that's his habit. You know, but I'm trying.
And he can do it too.
He can do it. But you see the right hook that he knocked him out with. Yeah. If he shortened his punches up a little more, he can make it more easy for himself. But in time, it will come.
Okay.
It will come. I think that we got the best lightweight in the world here.
Well, what's the status of, who can tell us, what's the status of a title fight? Do we have one in an offing for him?
Not as yet. We're investigating a couple of avenues, but nothing for a title shot as yet.
Is he ready for a title shot?
We believe he is. We might even have to move up. We're not sure yet to get a title shot. Seems like number 1 is going to be there forever, and Whitaker's going to fight other people, so we'll just have to wait our time. You know.
Would you like to fight as a junior welterweight, Tracy?
I feel I have more power as a lightweight. Yeah. It takes me a little bit longer to take out a junior welterweight, but it don't make no difference. I feel comfortable at either weight. You know, there's no problem with me getting down to 135. You know, there's no problem at all fighting 140, but I really want to win a world lightweight title first. Then I will move up to the junior welterweight.
Well, congratulations, superb effort. Tracy Spann with what was an excellent effort for him, though Bryant Paden fought extremely well and nailed him with some right hands. We'll be back with more on Top Rank Boxing.